The Maaya dress comes in 3 different lengths and 4 different sizes. It comes in a poplin and also an American crepe and also a French crepe in so many colors that I don't even know how many. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the belts that are sewn into the inside of the dress, and this video is going to feature the medium length of the Maaya dress. Welcome to the Maaya dress. Our Maaya is our staple classic button-down shirt. We've had this since 2015. And we've just made it in more and more and more colors. I actually once wore Maaya dress exclusively for 1 whole month. That's how many colors we have it in. I'd like to say that we were like one of the first to do the button-down shirt, and this is one of our more recent ones. It's an olive crepe. You can roll up the sleeves. It's pretty much how I always wear my dresses. Okay, so the thing about this dress is it has belts attached to the dress, but underneath the dress. So I'm going to try to figure out how to show this to you modestly. So right here, right attached to the side seams, underneath the dress, there are 2 strings. Right now I tied them in a little slip knot so that they won't show. But I will show you. Let's find one. See, here is one of them, and the other is on the same side. So right now I'll take out this slip knot. So what we could do with these belts is you could tie both of them underneath the dress, but around your back. So I'm going to take both of the belts and tie them around the back, and then I will show you what it looks like. Okay, so what this does is it kind of cinches, depending on how tight you tied it. Like I actually tied it pretty tight. I probably should have tied it a little looser, but it cinches you a little bit, but you still have the movement and the shape and the design of the dress there. So that is one way to do the belts that are underneath the dress. You can also just cut them off if you never plan to use them. Now, another way you could do it is you can actually, there is right here where you see there's a belt tube. Underneath that, we hid a little slit. You could bring each of the belts out through that slit. It'll be easier to do when you're not wearing it. So if you know you're planning on wearing it like this, you could do it when it's off your body. Okay, just to show you, here are the pockets. And then right above the pockets are those belt hoops, and underneath them is the hole. So far I actually started already pulling the belt through. So it is coming through now with all its knots. Sorry. Okay, and then this one's gonna come through too. Now, there's a few things you could do here. You can tie it. I usually say very loosely. Like the point of this part in the front, when you tie it in the front, is not to cinch your waist. It's more to gather some of the back of the fabric to the front, which creates more of this like draping effect. So this is what that would look like if you wear it like so. Okay, Maaya dress, beautiful. Then you can take the belts and you can also tie it in the back. So if you're if you're someone who likes a lot of fabric, like you want the oversized look, but you're like not sure, you want to transition slowly, here's a way to like kind of bring the fabric closer together to you. So we're actually gathering some of the pleats here. I don't know if I tied this right, but basically that's another way of doing it. So you're bringing more of the pleating in the back, so it's not so much in the front. Okay, another thing you could do is you could kind of just wrap it around you could wrap it around the front and the back like that. Front ways or back ways, depends which way you start, and then just tie it and then play around with the fabric. So that's another thing you could do. And then lastly, you can take this belt, the one that's on the side that has the button holes, not the buttons, and put it back inside the dress. So we're going to do that. And what I call this one quarter pleating. Basically, I'm gonna take the one that's outside the dress and the one that's underneath the dress. This one's technically underneath the dress. I'm gonna open one of my buttons. Okay, and now I'm gonna tie that a little bit and hide that underneath the dress. Usually I would tie it in a knot, but I'm on camera and don't wanna get so, okay? So basically this would be quarter pleating. So I'm tying it, you would tie the knot here. I made a bow, so that's why it's bulky. Tie a knot and let it just hang, and then you have this, I call this quarter pleating because it's only a quarter of the dress. And that is another look. Then my favorite staple way to wear it is, and we'll just ignore the belts for now, usually I'll put the belts inside the dress and I'll tie them up so that they don't stick out. And then I love wearing it with our Aviv belt, which is our magnetic belt. Comes in a couple colors and also in clear. And then I would just belt the whole thing. I keep the magnets in the front or the back, depends what you like. I'll show you what it would look like in the back. Okay, so this is, and then you would just reposition the the belt would be hidden. And just reposition. Here are my pockets. Cool. And this is what it would look like. That is the Maaya dress. Oh, of course you could also wear it with no belt. Who said you need a belt? Nobody. You do not need a belt.